Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. This is another one of my spur of the moment live casts. Now I'm doing this on a different computer. I have kind of like one of those small little Windows laptop. Actually, it's one of those computers that converts into into a tablet. And I don't know how well this is going to do so far. I mean, both of my computers aren't the greatest, so doing these live gaming things isn't probably the best thing. But some of my viewers have been wanting to watch me do some live gaming, so I'm doing the best I can until I can get some money together to get a better computer to actually do some proper live streaming. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to be playing Super Mario Brothers 2. Now, the last time I did a live stream, I think it was the last one, it was Super Mario Brothers 3. And unfortunately, Nintendo decided to slap some kind of copyright claim saying that, I can't monetize this, I can't make any money off of this, yada yada, and they, all these threatening emails and stuff. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm just playing a game that I own, and you guys are slapping this copyright claim on me. So I didn't. I decided I don't want to actually put the name and the title and all that stuff because probably they have it on this one too. But I'm going to be playing Super Mario Brothers 2, and if they catch me, they catch me. What can I do about it? I mean, I don't make any money off of YouTube anyways. It's just the thought of it. This, multi-billion-dollar corporation of Nintendo attacking the little guy who's just playing the game on YouTube. To me, it just seems ridiculous, but whatever. Now, Super Mario Brothers 2, for me, I mean, there's a lot of memories on it. I remember going back in the day. I didn't own it on Nintendo for quite a while. I started, obviously, when I got my Nintendo, it was a little bit later on in the day, in the game. I got it, I didn't get it in 85 when it came out. In fact, I don't even know if I got it in 87, maybe 88, somewhere around there. My friend had a Nintendo, and I remember going over to his house and always wanting to play Super Mario Brothers. So he had the first Mario Brothers, and he had, first Super Mario Brothers, and he had the Zelda, Legend of Zelda game, and I loved them both. I mean, I just wanted to play them, but we're playing at his house and stuff, and he didn't just want to keep playing Nintendo, but I really enjoyed playing it, so I really wanted my own Nintendo, and at that time I had a Commodore 64, and I had an Intellivision. I didn't even have an Atari or anything else, and so I was really, really wanting a Nintendo. And by the time I actually got around to buying, or not buying it, my father bought it for me. It was on a whim. I was in the store with him and I saw it. It was the action set. I remember it because it was the one that came with the light gun and the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. So I got that system. Yeah, so he bought that for me. And all I had was Super Mario Brothers 1. And at the time, the only other Super Mario Brothers game was Super Mario Brothers 2, which I ended up borrowing from a friend, and I played it. And I remember it being so vastly different from Super Mario Brothers. And of course, at that time, I didn't know that it was just a rip-off of another game called, what was Doki Doki Panic or something like that. So I didn't know that at the time, that that's what Super Mario Bros. 2 was. And an actual real Super Mario Bros. 2 was released in Japan, which was much, much harder and looked very similar to the first Super Mario Bros. So, I didn't know any of this stuff. But anyways, I still played the game. I still had fun. I mean, it was the first experience where Mario could actually pick up things and throw them. POW block was in there. And you got your choice of characters, which, didn't really stick for the rest of the Super Mario Bros. Game. I mean, other than Luigi, Super Mario Bros. 2 is the first one to say, do you want to be Luigi? Do you want to be Toad? Do you want to be the princess? Do you want to be Mario? So it was the first one to do that. And so far, it's been the only one, I think. I don't know. Maybe there's some oddball ones. I know there's like Luigi's Mansion and stuff like that. Things like that. But I don't know. It just seems like Super Mario Bros. 2 seems to be the oddball out of all of the other ones. And I know because it's based on another game, or it was another game with different characters. And Just had to like change the sprites around and make it into a Super Mario Brothers game. But I think they did a good job, and they included a lot of stuff that was in the original series, plus the actual Mario Brothers game. If you want to go back to that point, when after Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers came out with just a single platform. There wasn't all those levels, and you know, it was the turtles and bopping the turtles, and they had the POW block, and they included all that into Super Mario Brothers 2, which was great. They did away with the pipes, the green pipes, you know, your typical warp zone pipes. Those are gone and they're replaced by these vase type things. Similar idea, almost look like a planter. You know, the green pipes almost look like a planter pot anyways, but they went with these like, you know, vase type things. And I always thought it was cool. I liked it. I liked that it was a little bit different. In fact, I remember buying the Super Mario Brothers. Well, maybe it wasn't just Super Mario, but it was the Nintendo trading cards, and they had pictures of the pipe levels and stuff like that. And I always thought it was fascinating. And in fact, even the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, which is mostly based off the Super Mario Brothers 2 game, had those vase pipes in there. And I always thought they were interesting. I thought it was neat. And the way they do the warp zones are different. So, yeah. So this is going to be me going back to playing Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, I didn't title this the way I should have because I don't know if Nintendo is going to come after me for doing this video as well. They already came after me for doing the Super Mario Bros. 3 live stream and saying, you know, that's copyrighted material, yada yada, all the sound bites and all that crap or whatever. So I just kind of labeled this Retro Gaming Live. So, I mean, whatever. But anyways, I'm going to get to playing the game, and hopefully some people will have some time. This is like, I'm recording this the day before New Year's Eve, and it's just something I decided to do at the last minute. So if nobody joins in, whatever. Anyways, let's get to playing some Super Mario Brothers 2. I'm going to try and watch the chats on my other computer if you're watching right now. If you want to drop some chats, if you want to like say anything, I'll try and watch that. But right now, I'm just going to go to the screen capture. I'm going to show my screen. Yeah, I know this isn't the best way, but this is all I have right now. And let's just do this. All right. If you can't hear the volume, please let me know. Of course, you can't hear the volume, you can't hear me saying this anyway, so kind of a moot point. This is the story when Mary opened the door, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure most people know the story behind Super Mario Bros. 2. They turned it into a whole dream. Alright, so let's see. We got Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess. I usually like playing with the princess. I don't know why. I think it's because she has that ability to fly around. Toad, on the other hand, is really quick. He's good on the ice. Luigi, I find, is the most complicated character because he's got this kind of weird jump. Like he jumps and twiddles his legs, and it's like this like super extended jump. It's really strange. And Mario is just typical Mario. So let's go with the princess because I like using the princess for this game. Sorry about the slow frame rate. I'm still working on, you know, one day hopefully getting a better computer and using a better software. Right now this is just Google Hangouts sharing the screen. So you'll have to excuse the poor frame rate. I'm sorry. I guess me and modern technology just don't mix. But I do remember a lot of this game. I remember the last time I actually played this game. It was, it wasn't that long ago, but I was playing it on the Super Nintendo using the Super Mario Bros. All-Stars, which has all 3 Super Mario Bros. Games, 1, 2, and 3 in there. It also has what they called the Lost Levels, which was pretty much the real Super Mario Bros. 2, the one that I guess Nintendo didn't want to give the Americans because they were afraid it was too hard and people would complain. And so, yeah. So that was my first experience playing the Lost levels. Oops. But yeah, I mean, I remember playing it, and then when I bought my Nintendo Wii, and I started looking at the online, you know, what do they call that? The store. Whoa, uh-oh, bomb! Ah, crap. Yeah, the WiiWare, whatever they call it. They had the original Super Mario Brothers. And, that was the first time I actually heard of it. Okay, so, oh, Green Lantern's asking me a question. Green Lantern's one of my, he watches a lot of my, videos. He's asking if this is a challenge. No, there's no challenge here because, unfortunately, this game has no point system. So there's no way to challenge it. I mean, I was trying to figure out a way to do it. You know, maybe doing something on the honor system of, you know, how far can you go on, like, one man or something like that. We can still do it if everybody thinks that would be cool. But unfortunately, there's no way to do any kind of high score challenge because this game doesn't have a high score. It doesn't have any scoring, actually. Oops. It also doesn't have a time limit. Two unique pieces of this game, which don't exist in the other Mario Brothers games, is the scoring and the timer. But again, this was ripped off from another game, the Doki Doki Panic game, which was a different game. So now I have to take this key and oops. Oh, that wasn't good at all. Alright, let's try this again. But yeah, the last time I played this was on the Super Mario All-Stars. I think it's pretty much the same game, it's just the graphics are all hyped up. The only difference with the All-Stars is that it gives you the ability to save. The real Super Mario Bros. 2 didn't. So you pretty much had, I think it gives you like 3 continues or something like that. 2 or 3 continues, and then it's over. Whereas with the All-Stars, you can actually create a save point. And yes, you can do that with the emulators now. You can actually create a save point on any Nintendo game at any point in time. But officially, yes, this game did not have save points. Continue points, but not save points. Super Mario Brothers, though, the first one did kind of, where if you held down the A button after you died, you could actually appear back in the same world you exited from, the one you died in. But that was, I don't know if everybody always knew about that. There's a trick here I have to remember what I have to do. I think I have to blow up here. And I think I can get a potion or something. Yeah, there's the potion. I think it appears here. Hopefully everybody can hear me well. I'm using all of this laptop thing, so I don't know how well my voice is coming through. Or the sound of the music for that matter. My first time using this computer for streaming or doing anything with it. Actually, normally I do it the opposite way. I think that was best. Normally, okay, that was stupid. Isn't there supposed to be a potion? Normally I use the computer I'm streaming on right now as my computer for reading the comments. So I switched it around I'm streaming on this one now. And reading the comments on the other computer. Both are not very good computers. I mean, they're cheap computers. Put it that way. No coin. This guy used to jump on his egg and throw it at him. Nothing complicated about these guys. They only get complicated when you get into the later levels and you start throwing those fireballs. You can get confused and jump on a fireball and toast yourself. Other than that, I mean, there's nothing complicated. Oh yes, this bonus thing. Okay. I guess the other thing too with this game is some levels are better with certain characters. Like I said, I think Toad is better in the frozen land, where it's all ice, because Toad can actually run on the ice with ice shoes, and Mario's just Mario. So. I believe that this one I have to jump on those albatrosses or something, I think. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the next level. But this one does have a lot of jumping around. Lost the star there. I don't like how the star is generated through cherries either. Because then you have to pay attention to that stuff. How many cherries you've eaten, or grabbed, or whatever, before you get to the next star. Like, I guess it's good because you can kind of plan on it, but it's just another level of remembering things. Oh no, I fell. And after our cherry. Oh no! Lost the. Oh. That's the other thing too. When you go from that, whatever that world is, when you go into a door, whatever that is, it's kind of different, but kind of the same as the world you're in. So you always have to plan that ahead of time. Now I know this is a warp zone. I'm pretty sure it's a warp zone. I think so. Yep, what's the world for? Excellent. Just go with the princess. Oh, maybe I should have went with Toad. I'm not brave enough to try this game without going to the warp zone. Not only that, I don't have like 4 hours to spend like I did when I did the Super Mario Brothers 3 game I did, where I spent 4 hours playing it. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Oh. That hurt. Uh-oh. One life. I think there's a warp zone, but it's not in this one. It's in 1 or in 4-2, I think. Ouch. This isn't good. As you can tell, I'm not as good at this game as I was with Super Mario 3. As much as I did play this when I was a kid, just wasn't as good at it. Oh, nostalgic for the 70s, 80s. Man, we need to get you a 5200. That would be cool. I've never in my life tried an Atari 5200. In fact, I've never actually physically seen an Atari 5200. Other than seeing them on videos, you know, the Angry Video Game Nerd did a video on that. That was probably my first real experience seeing what a 5200 was. And yeah, I know that he's all about, you know, making light of the situation and things like that. But yeah, I've never actually physically played an Atari 5200. All I know is they're big, they're kind of bulky, and the joysticks are prone to being problematic. That's all I know about the Atari 5200. The thing I like about the Atari 5200 though is it does have a lot of the greatest arcade classic games with it. Kind of like the 2600, but better. Like they're actually more like the real arcade. Not that I've missed out on those games because I had a lot of them on the Commodore 64. And I also have an Atari 7800, but the library for the Atari 7800 wasn't the greatest, or wasn't the biggest anyway. Missing a lot of games. Mixed the 5200 with the trackball in the back in the air too. Yeah, actually, the only trackball I have is for the ColecoVision. And I bought the trackball. Well, I got lucky. It was one of those thrift shop auction things, you know, when they have auctions. And they had the ColecoVision trackball along with a ton of ColecoVision games. And I won that auction. And so I still have the trackball complete in box with the game. I think it's Slither. I think that's what it's called, Slither, for the ColecoVision. And oops. So that's my phone. So I have the ColecoVision trackball, but yeah, I've heard about the Atari one. There's an Atari 2600 trackball and there's a 5200 trackball. I don't know what games they work for though. Thing is, with my Atari, you know, a second here, I just want to put the phone away. I don't want to. Alright, there we go. My apologies. I didn't realize I had the phone in my office here. It was going to start ringing. Anyways, where was I talking? Oh yeah, the trackball. I never tried the Atari one, but for the Coleco one, it's actually pretty decent. Otherwise, the only time I've had any experience on a trackball was in the arcade, and that was either with Crystal Castles, like a very long time ago when I was a kid, or more recently, is with the golf game. There's a golf game that uses a trackball. And I usually find those in bars. Let's see here. Alright, I think it's mushroom, so that's up. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm supposed to use, oh crap. I think I'm supposed to use that potion to get into the warp zone again. What do I do now? I'll do it. Totally forgot I needed that for the warp zone. Yeah, out of touch I am with this game. Yeah, like I said earlier, the last time I played this game was on the, oh crap. That's not good. Now what am I going to do? Guess I gotta keep going forward. Or die. And the run it continues. Seems good. One more continue. That sucks. Let's try this again. Yeah, we're just having fun here. Just warping on. Yeah, the last time I actually played this though was on the. Oops. Maybe I think there might be a mushroom on this one. The Super Mario Brothers All-Stars, and they gave you that continue option, or that save option, and that's how I was able to complete it. I was able to go back and keep trying again. I think I'm dying here. This is really, really bad. Oh no! 0 lives. So we're gonna start over. Let's just start over. Alright, retry. Okay. See if I can do this again. Bear with me here. Funny how in the past when you could play these games and not even bat an eye, but then when you come back to them later in life, you're like, crap, it sucks. Definitely much better at Super Mario Bros. 3. Here's Super Mario Bros. 1. What? I think with this game though is that they don't give you as many options to power up as they do in the first and third Super Mario Bros. And in the first and third one, there's a lot of blocks that give you those mushrooms and the fire plants and stuff. This one, not so much. That's true. Nostalgic for the 70s and 80s is saying that the 5200 was a great machine for arcade games. I believe that. In fact, a lot of the games I've seen for it have been quite impressive and really look like the arcade counterparts. And if anybody's ever watched the movie Cloak and Dagger, they really show the Atari 5200 at its best in that movie. Although they show a fake game that never actually existed on the 5200 called Cloak and Dagger. But other than that, I mean, that's a great movie. I did a flip clips on that one quite a while ago, actually, talking about the movie itself, and people today still make like mock-ups of the game and stuff like that. Apparently there was like an arcade or something based on the Cloak and Dagger. I don't know what happened and why I never ended up with a 5200. I think at the time when the 5200 came out, I think I was mostly playing my Commodore 64, and I had an Intellivision, so I think I was quite content with the systems I had. I didn't even have an Atari at the time. In fact, I didn't get an Atari until the Atari Junior came out. And that was like 80, late 80s, like 89-ish, something around there, when they came out with the Atari Junior. And I saw the advertising for it, and I remember seeing it in the stores. And the one game that I kept seeing that I really wanted to try was Keystone Keepers. And so I bought it, I guess with birthday money or something like that, I don't know. I ended up buying Atari Junior and Keystone Keepers at the same time. And I played them a lot. I'm trying to remember though if that was before or after I owned a Nintendo. Because I seem to remember like wanting a Nintendo, and I think in substitute I was playing games like Keystone Keepers. So I don't think I quite had my Nintendo yet. But like I said, I had a Commodore 64, which in a sense had a lot of great games, great arcade style games with it. Not playing too well here. Finding this controller I'm using is not very responsive. Okay, when I was playing my Super Mario Bros. 4-hour marathon on Super Mario Bros. 3, I should say, 4-hour marathon, I think I might have worn out the button. This is like a Retro Link, it's called. It's just a company that built a Nintendo-style controller. It's definitely not the greatest quality like a real Nintendo, but you know, whatever. It's as close to the Nintendo controller as I'm going to get to using a PC, which is what I'm filming this on right now, on an emulator, because I don't have proper screen capture. Again, the button seems to be failing on me a lot. I think what's happening is it's getting stuck. Push the button down, it sticks. And then I go to press it again and it's still stuck. Not good. Not good at all. This never happened with real Nintendo controllers. The Nintendo controllers are very solid. After 30 years, Nintendo controllers seem to still work. This one, I bought this one maybe about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and it's already falling apart. But it was like 15 bucks, so I can't complain. And it's got a USB port, so I can just use it on my PC. I think there is some kind of device you can buy that can hook up to a PC where you can plug in your real Nintendo controller, but whatever. I'm playing on an emulator, I just gotta take what I can get, right? I'm not getting any of these. Stop. 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 Oh well. I'm gonna keep using the Princess because the Princess is the easiest one to use, in my opinion, because of her flying ability, right? Now, I do believe that the main difference between this and, well, maybe not the main difference, but one of the differences between this game and the original Doki Doki Panic, I think it's called that, or something along those lines, is that there was no speed button, which to me sounds kind of odd, but if this wasn't intended to be a Nintendo, or a Super Mario Brothers game, then maybe the full speed button thing wouldn't have made sense anyway. You know, it's its own game, made by the same guy who made Super Mario Bros. He didn't intend this to be a Super Mario Bros. Game, so he didn't include the speed button. So it kind of makes sense. So when they converted it over to a Super Mario Bros. Game, they added the speed in there. So if you play this on a Famicom, if you play the original version anyways, there's no speed. There's just the jump button. And I don't know how you can play this game without having to run. To me, that just seems tedious. But whatever. There's no mushroom here. Guess I'm going at it. Oh no! Woo, that was close. I almost died there. See if I can get to the next warp zone. This is another person here. Huh? There it is. There it is. Alright. Out. Out. I'm losing. Okay. This controller is really starting to fail me. I'm seriously pushing the button and nothing's happening. Forget about the rocket. How can I forget about the rocket? There's no way to get up. These things on those moving chairs, seem really annoying. There we go. Come on, let's go. Oh. This isn't as easy as getting like 3 lives on Super Mario Bros. 3. You just gotta know the jump patterns. You stick with the princess because seriously, that's the only way I can beat this game. I don't expect to beat this game in this time anyways. I mean, last time I beat this game, like I said, I used the All-Stars and it allowed me to save my game and keep going. I'm not going to use like restore points or anything like that. Restoring out emulation to restore. So keep playing this until I Jeez. Alright then. I think I'm gonna lose all my lives on this level. Ridiculous. I used to be good at this level. I know I used to be good at this level. I think I just memorized the pattern of these speed or whatever these things are. I seem to be doing terrible at it. So let's see if I can get to the next warp zone. Not die. So now I have to keep this with me. Oh no! Continue. Alright, let's try this again. Again, I have to reiterate, if you're watching this, I'm sorry about the frame rate. It's not going to be the best. I'm doing this with Google Hangouts, sharing my screen, so it's all I got right now. So the game's going to look a little bit choppy. Say the least. Whoa, close. Alright, let's see if I can do this without dying again. Fireballs! What's funny is that this ending piece here reminds me of Castlevania 2. This is Super Mario Bros. 2, and this is reminding me of Castlevania 2, where you get to this end point, and all there is a sphere, where you have to like grab it or stab it or whatever. No boss. What's up with that? Although this is, different game, but still. Kind of interesting that both part 2s had an ending like that. Or, not an ending, but a level ending. All I know is in this level, or in this area here, you have to duck a lot and jump. Duck and jump. Okay, there we go. Now I have to worry about being hit by those water spouts, because apparently water coming out of a whale can kill you. Not in any other game, just Super Mario Bros. 2, where the water coming out of a whale can kill you. Like so. Must be some toxic water coming out of these whales. Oh no! Kill myself. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I did. I must have let go of the button or something. But once you throw that potion, you can't hit the warp zone. So that means you have to hold down the button the entire time you're playing. Oh, no! Wow. Dying on a rapid rate. Continue. Honestly, this controller sucks. And this, my friends, is why emulation is never going to replace actual consoles. I'm doing this on an emulator with a crappy imitation controller. It'll never replace actual Nintendo on a real Nintendo controller. Just won't happen. I wish these guys saw. Starting to wonder how many hours of playtime I spent on this one when I was a kid. That was close. Crap. Come on, Cherry. Cherry. Oh. Don't give you a lot of like chances to get free men in this game either. What kind of game is ruthless? This is probably why I didn't play this one very often. Once I got Super Mario Bros. 3, I'm like, why should I play this one? It's completely inferior. Much more frustrating. Limited continues. Look at that. I'm only at 0. I don't think I have another continue either. These dang whales with the killer whale spout hole water thing. And I just threw the potion, now I can't get to the warp zone. Am I dead? God. This is retro gaming for you at its finest. So I'll just keep going. Right, keep replaying the same levels over and over and over and over until you win. I find those cards are kind of useful in some regard, but it doesn't really last long. It just kind of kills everything on the screen for that one moment. It doesn't really matter though, because you gotta still advance on to more enemies, so it's very temporary. Ooh, sweetheart. Now I know there's a way to jump up there and bypass a lot of this. But that's okay. That timer there seems pointless. Because it doesn't really bypass much. What does it bypass? That one guy? That's it? Kinda dumb. It's all about timing. There we go. This guy isn't on the problem, and just play you again, whatever. Oops. Again, where the princess actually comes in handy. Oops. That was a mistake. You can jump up and hover and wait till the egg is underneath you. Man. I don't think I've ever gotten 3 in a row. This is worse than playing in Vegas. I think out of all the levels, this is the one where the princess is most important. If you ever fall off that carpet, she's your only hope of making it. Everybody else is kind of screwed. Yay! Cool thing about the key is you can actually use it to kill the enemy. Is oh no! Totally fell down the hole. Oh! There we go. It's all about knowing where to throw the bombs. Kind of the other thing I kind of miss in this game that's not that's in the Super Mario Bros. Game, fireballs. You don't get fireballs in this game. Well, it's kind of a Super Mario Bros. Staple, and I don't know. I guess to include them, it would require a lot more reprogramming of the original game to add in a fireball thing. I guess they couldn't do it, but it seems to be a very common thing, a very normal thing of Mario to leave out is the fireball. I mean, it's in pretty much every game. First Super Mario 3 and brought in like the Tanuki suit and the hammer suit and all the other the frog suit, but I mean this one it's missing the very basics of Super Mario Bros. And that's the fireballs. Not getting anything. Alright, got some extra lives. Another extra life. Alright, where am I? 1, 2. Oops. Frankly, I don't see the stars being that much of a big deal in this game either. It's a little bit better in Super Mario Bros. 1, and even to some degree 3. And for some reason, I don't see it being such a big deal in this one. It doesn't have as much as an impact. Maybe because it doesn't last as long, or maybe because the way the worlds are shaped, the star doesn't really give it that kind of a security as it did. Alright, let's go to the warp zone. Get out of here. Warp to World 4! Maybe I can try Toad. Give Toad a try. I know I usually pick the princess. Toad seems to be a little better. He's got a shorter jump, but he doesn't slide as much. Oops, I lied. as the other do on the ice. It's got a little bit more grip. At least I've always felt that anyway. Could be wrong. Okay, that was just a button failure. Ignore that. Might be time for me to buy another USB NES controller. I think this one is failing on me. I would not attempt Punch Out right now, because I know how important good control is with playing a game like Punch Out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out, to be exact. That's the one usually I play, not the one that came out after the license expired with the Mike Tyson name attached to it. Oh, what happened there? I just fell through the ice. Because I'm a big Mike Tyson fan. Always loved watching his fights. It's sad the way he turned out. I mean, you know, the whole biting off of Holyfield's ear. Actually, I remember watching that fight when it was live. I remember when he did that. And I'm like, what is he doing? Kind of disappointed after that happened. I'm like, why is he resorting to this? But, you know, I guess that's just the kind of aggressive person he is. And then, of course, you know, we can't dismiss the whole sexual assault case they had with Robin Gibbons and all that other crap, you know. His career just kind of took a left turn and never seemed to recover. But, you know, I still love playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on Nintendo. Still one of my favorite boxing games. I have Punch-Out, Super Punch-Out on the Super Nintendo, and I can only get so far in it. It's very hard. I get up to that guy, I can't remember his name, the one who does all the karate kicks. He really kicks my butt. Ooh, look at all these lives. 2 lives! Just gotta keep mashing the button on this. And wish for the best. I'm glad this wasn't something they decided to keep up with the rest of the Super Mario Bros. Games. It really sucks. I really like the Mario 3. You have to jump and hit the block, and then you get either a star, or a mushroom, or a fire plant. And if you get all 3 of a certain one, you get a certain amount of lives. If you get 3 of any other ones, you at least get 1 life. And this one is like, you either get the cherry in the beginning, or you get a match of 3, or you get nothing. Whew! Okay, got by that. See if I can get through this. So they're dying. I just want to get to the warp zone. Because I think the warp zone here will take me to either level 6 or 7. Actually, I think this game only has 7 levels. I think it goes up to 7-1 and 7-2, and that's it. So let's see if I can hold on to this potion and get to the... There it is. I don't think it got that weird looking pipe. It's a straight pipe. Most of these are like that curved vase looking thing. Okay, so it's World 6. So I have to get through all these worlds. So Green Lantern saying he's not getting that song out of his mind anytime soon. I'm already dancing to it. Yes, these songs can get into your brain. I think I'll stick with the princess because, I don't know, frankly I'm always best with the princess. I'm copying out here. Oh crap. The quicksand. I think out of all the levels out there, this one drives me crazy the most. Especially when you have to get into that, into these bog areas where you have to keep digging down. I feel like you're playing Dig Dug on the Atari. There you go. Ah, and those cactus guys, very annoying. And I know a bunch of these vases don't really have anything in them. Yeah, like that. A turtle shell. Like I need a turtle shell. What am I gonna do with a turtle shell? Alright. Okay, that heart actually gives you a power up. You have to pay attention to the hearts because they actually, they're your mushrooms in this game essentially. Oh, that's disappointing. Nothing. Great. So I essentially wasted a potion. Let's do it too. I think I was supposed to bring it over here, and then I got a mushroom. Oh well. Now here's where it really gets annoying. Because there's a ton of these bosses, only some of them you can go down. And it becomes trial and error. Oh, now I can remember which one it is now. Here's where it kind of reminds me of Dig Dug. You have to dig into the sand and kind of trap the enemies. Uh-oh. Okay, so I just went through all that to get a free man. I'm going to get back up again. Let's see. So I think, there's one of these ones here. Oops. Okay, when you go in there and there's nothing there but you have to look for the sand, like this. Okay, that's a good sign. That dude there, this two-sided face dude, usually means there's a key. Now the good thing is you can do this and trap them all in there. And now you got the key. But now you have to get out and not get hit by that dude who flies around trying to kill you. Like that. Which really sucks. Now, now I know you can throw this key and kill things. I think you can even throw I think you can even kill him, but he still comes back at you. Ah! No! Oops, I'm going wrong too. That's another thing too. I think some of the characters can dig faster. Maybe Toad can dig faster. The princess is pretty slow with her digging. Again, it all comes down to just knowing what the strengths and weaknesses of certain characters are. Oops. Yeah, getting stuck here. Right, gotta do one thing. Oops. Yeah, oops. Hitting buttons all over the place. 1 second. Okay, that. Back to action. Okay, let's see if I can get this key and get out of here without getting killed. Huh. Very important. Don't throw the key. No! No! Let's try this again. Okay, once you create that little barrier there, they all go down there, and then you don't have to worry about them. Ouch. Of course, if you throw the key, that guy goes away, but then... Ah, crap. Let's see if I can get it. Yay! Alright. Oh no. We'll have to fight. Oh, this guy. Okay, I think with this guy I have to throw these things at him. Then he never throws an egg. There we go. That's where the challenge comes on this game. These end bosses always seem to change up the ways of being killed. Okay. Well, I suppose now that I've done Super Mario Bros. 3, and now I'm playing Super Mario Bros. 2, so I guess I'll have to do Super Mario Bros. 1 on my next live play, whatever you want to call this. If that'll be interesting to anyone, anyways. Although I will admit that it's been a very long time since I've actually completed Super Mario Bros. 1. Kind of ashamed to say that. I think it was a few years back I actually completed Super Mario Bros. 1, and it was on the Wii. It was actually at an office Christmas party. No, not a Christmas party. It was some kind of party in my last job where we had a themed party, like almost like a retro themed party, and we had a Nintendo Wii set up, and we had Super Mario Bros. On, and I played it on the Wii, and I think I actually completed it then. That was probably the last time I actually completed Super Mario Bros., the first one, and that's pretty sad that I need to do it on Nintendo Wii. I was still surprised that I was able to complete it on the complete Super Mario Bros. 3 the last time I did a live stream. Unfortunately, my live streaming kind of killed out on me, so all that was captured was the audio, which really sucked. I was kind of disappointed about that. When I found out that the only thing that survived was the audio of me completing it. Kind of annoyed by that. Oops. I was really excited that I actually completed the game, and I went back to watch my footage, and it was just the audio, and I was like, no! Oops. Oh no! This one's going to require a little bit of concentration here. Now, how do I get... Oh, crap. These are there at all. How do I get those? I don't like this at all. I'm going to have to go quickly. Remove. 1, 2, 3. No, 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 no. One more life. Red. Okay. I'm going to wait till you take 3. You take this. And you drop it on his head. And then drop this one on his head too. Yeah, there we go. Hey, we got him. Success. Oh, no free, man. You suck. Okay, so what am I in now? 16? Sometimes I really hate this game. Okay. Well, I think this one, there's that. Yeah, this. Okay. I think I can go here and fly past the level. Even though it looks like I'm sinking. Yeah. I don't know why I remember that. This is so weird. This is what is crazy about being a retro gamer. You remember the weirdest crap when it comes to video games, but I can't remember what happened yesterday. And it pisses my life off to no end when I constantly forget stuff. I think that's part of what pisses her off too. Like you can remember your video games, but you can't remember what I asked you to do yesterday. Like, ooh, I got him. Success. Oh, it's not over. Wow, is this a disappointment or what? Oh, this guy. I remember this guy. Okay, so you gotta build a wall. And when you build the wall, you can't get these fireballs to hurt you anymore. There's the wall. Now you take these, and you have to jump and throw it. You don't have to worry about them hitting you because these fireballs never go past that wall of 3. Now the only time you can screw up is if you don't throw this, what are these things called anyways? I don't know. They're not mushrooms, I know that. Some kind of thing. There you go. Then you go to the door. Dun, 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 dun. Of course. 0 lives. How many continues do I have? Do I even have a continue left? Probably not. Now I know with this one, it's 1 and 2. And this confused me before because when I completed this, I really thought there was a level 8. Totally forgot that Super Mario Bros. 2 does not have a level 8. It's only got a level 1, or not level 1, level 7-1 and 7-2, and that's it. So I was kind of confused when I got to 7-2 and I hit the final boss and I'm like, oh really? Oh man, really? Where is the potion? There it is, of course. Well, at least I got a mushroom. Now I know with this you have to jump on an albatross to get through. Oh, that was dumb. I don't need that. Of course, they put things in the weirdest spots that you don't need them at. So let's just wait for an albatross to come by. one's even going to come by. Well, that's inconvenient. Ooh, another mushroom. Okay, so maybe on this area I need to do a super jump. There we go. Again, another feature that's only in Super Mario Bros. 2, where you have to duck for a couple of seconds to do a super jump. Doesn't exist in any other Super Mario Bros. Game. And neither does this silly spaceship thing, which makes absolutely no sense. It's just there. Oh yeah, this one. This area annoys me the most. God. Okay, let's get the star. Maybe this will help me. Run! 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 Oops, not duck. Run! Uh, no, 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 no! Oh, you stupid! No! What? Game over. Are you kidding me? Oh. Now I have to start. Well, at least I have to continue. There's a reason why this Super Mario Bros. Game did not get the same status as Super Mario Bros. 3. And that is why. But it did introduce us to the bomb. Those happy little characters that blow us up in Super Mario Bros. 3 all the time. What, no mushroom? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Fell to my death. Ouch. Do I hit the floor? Yes, I do. Why is there no mushrooms? Why must you be so mean? Alright. Well, I know there's a mushroom here. Is it here? Here? There it is. And here's another thing that's interesting, is this world you go into, when you get that potion. If you've ever played The Legend of Zelda Part 2, which is called Link, I think, the final boss goes into that kind of backwards land where you're defeating a shadow. So there's another part too. So I'm starting to notice a pattern here. What is this? There's a whole part 2 thing. And even Zelda 2 is completely different than the original Zelda. And then Zelda 3 goes back to kind of more of the traditional Zelda, much like Super Mario Bros. 3 goes back to traditional Super Mario Bros. Am I onto something here, or am I just figuring something out that everybody else already figured out? Whatever. Point is, that's just the way Nintendo rules. Now, uh-oh. I hate these guys. Shy guys over there. Oh, this is dumb. And of course the Shy Guy's gonna fall off the edge. Why not? You're so stupid. Let's go. Come on. Oh no! This is very annoying. The only other game that annoys me this much is Kid Icarus, which I will play at some point, even though the game can annoy me. Perhaps I'll play that as my next live stream, I don't know. I don't think I can get as far in Kid Icarus as I can in this. The game really annoys me. Alright, I have to start. Let's run. 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 Okay. Oh yes, this one. It's so much fun. If I stand the ladder, I think I'm okay. Oh no! Wait, everything goes around me. That's good. I'll get up there. Uh-oh. Oh crap. I think I need to get out. Dang it. Game over. Oh. Wow, it's just annoying. Alright. Here's my last attempt. 7-1. This is it. Remove buff. This is the bomb. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. And I got nothing out. So notice a potion here. Oh, TMN 1257 says hello. Hello. Okay. Sorry, it's hard to watch the chat and play the game at the same time, especially a game like this, where the intensity is always pretty quick. I don't know why they put a clock there. That doesn't help me. Honestly, it doesn't help. Okay, let's get through this level. I'm flying on my albatross. Pretty sure that's the name of this thing, albatross. Again, I keep using Princess because honestly, I think she's the easiest one, and I like to take the easiest route. There we go. There. I always have a hard time on this area here. And this star, hopefully it'll help me. And you have to run. 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 Oops. That was the run. Run. And that didn't help me. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about him killing me. Climb up. And this is just more than annoying. So I know when you're on the ladder, nothing will hurt you. But then, now that I'm small, one more man. That's it. That's all I got left. That's all I can do. Hmm. Okay, now I can get up. Oh no! There we go. I'm up. Okay, let's get up there. Okay, we're gonna need to deal with this guy first. And he's gonna get really annoying if I don't get rid of him. There we go. Up. There we go. Up and away. Oh crap, now I have to fight another one of these guys. Hmm. To fight another one of these guys that really shoots an egg out, you have to use the so if I slow down here, you shoot 3 times, so wait, 1, 2, 3, grab it, oh, that was a fail, so 1, 2, 3, grab it, get down, so 1, 2, okay, wait, 1, 2, this isn't good, 1, whatever, just go away, there we go, that's how you do it. Patience is key. And of course I didn't get a few minutes. And I'm on the final level, which I doubt I will get very far at. Alright, one more hit and I'm done. Uh-oh. Conveyor belt. I think I was supposed to go down. But that's okay. I went up now. No! I think it's over. One more life. One more life to go. Oh, that was dumb. My timing on that was slow. I'm sorry. Good. Now it's remember the top X stick. This really sucks. Kinda remember this, kinda don't. Oh no! Why? Why? Why did you have to kill me? Ah, crud. And that's the end of it. Well, I guess that's as far as I'm gonna make it on there. Sorry. On Spaceballs. So that's gonna be fun. Hope you enjoy watching this and enjoy the videos that are coming soon. Talk to you later. Bye. That's my dog.